the Weather Xtreme video, the morning edition. This is for Tuesday, the 25th of April. I'm James Spann. A cool morning, a big warm-up today. Later this week, a chance of strong storms Thursday. Another chance of strong storms late in the weekend. So let's see what we've got. There's the water vapor satellite view early this morning. The upper low that's helped to pull down the cool air is over South Carolina, around Charleston, moving away from us. New trough forming in the western states, but a very dry air mass and a cool start to this day. Haleyville, 46, Cullman, 48, Gadsden, 49. How about that? Birmingham at 53. Not many cool mornings left before the long, hot summer gets here. And around the nation, I'd say it's fairly seasonal for late April this morning. We note on the watch warning map, flash flood watches for parts of North Carolina and Virginia. And some winter weather advisories in the western states with a big trough out there. And closer to home, there is a dense fog advisory for the counties served by the Weather Service up in Huntsville. And a few spots down to the south have some pretty thick fog as well that will be dissipating later this morning. A bright, sunny day today. Let's go through the convective outlooks. This is for the rest of today and tonight. We've got a risk of severe storms from Oklahoma up into Missouri. Tomorrow, an enhanced risk over much of Arkansas up into southern Missouri. The actual risk runs from Lake Charles up to near Grand Rapids and Chicago. And we do note that marginal risk noses into extreme West Alabama. Keep in mind this outlook runs through early Thursday morning. And then during the day Thursday, this is the day 3 outlook, there is a marginal risk from the Gulf Coast up to Michigan. And you can see in Alabama that includes about the eastern two-thirds of the state. And again, keep in mind this begins at 7 a.m. Thursday. And it sure looks like the batch of storms will be coming through pretty early in the day Thursday. And hopefully that will mitigate the chance of a big severe weather problem. But we'll take a look at that in just a second. Now let's go to Friday, day 4. This could be a fairly big severe weather day for our friends in Oklahoma and Arkansas. The risk extends over into western Tennessee. This is day 5, which is Saturday, and again, we have a 30% ring. That's pretty aggressive for a day 5 outlook around the Arklatex, Shreveport, Tyler, Longview, Texarkana. And then on day 6, which is Sunday, a risk of severe storms for West Alabama, much of Mississippi, West Tennessee. And that's that second chance of severe weather. And again, we'll go through all of this with the modeling in a second. But the one positive here, some pretty beneficial rain likely. Numbers are ramping up. This is the rain for the country valid through Tuesday morning of next week for the next 7 days. And this is suggesting in Alabama, rain amounts will go from 2 to 4 inches. And heavier totals on the western side of the state. And looks pretty good to us. We'll sure take that. So let's see what we got here. Model fans, the GFS, the 06E run. 1 o'clock this afternoon at 500 millibars. Upper low sitting on the coast of North Carolina, moving away. A big cold trough developing in the western states. But again, for us, a beautiful day. Sunny. The high today should be around 80. The humidity stays low. Tomorrow, again, will be dry and very warm. Mid-80s are likely. The sky sunny. The surface low is located near Shreveport and Texarkana. And that will likely get some storms going by tomorrow afternoon. And then Thursday, the storm should be sweeping through here with the main surface low moving up into Canada. So let's talk about the timing. This is 2 a.m. Thursday, late tomorrow night, if you will. And the high-res NAM has the storms pushing into West Alabama. And they could be strong, maybe some strong winds. At 5 o'clock Thursday morning, the storms are pushing through Huntsville and Birmingham and Linden. And this could change, but this is certainly suggesting this could be an early morning event on Thursday. Then by 9 o'clock, the storms are really starting to exit the state. So this is suggesting that we'll have a round of strong storms early Thursday morning. And they could be strong, maybe severe. The main threats will be from strong straight-line winds. Now, we do know Thursday afternoon the instability values ramp up really over southeast Alabama. These are pretty high instability values from Lake Martin south. And we'll see if storms can re-intensify down over parts of east and southeast Alabama. But again, for now, for us, it looks like it's going to be an event pretty early in the day Thursday, with the main threat coming from strong straight-line winds. Now, this is Friday. we're in kind of a very moist, unstable air mass, but there's really not much dynamic support for rain. But boy, look at the instability values Friday afternoon. Very high across the northern part of the state, almost 3,000 joules per kilogram. And there could be enough moisture for a few isolated afternoon storms. Again, there's no big ascent here going on, no big lifting mechanism, but we might consider a small chance of a storm Friday afternoon in isolated spots, just out of respect for the instability values. This is Saturday. Our next system begins to get its act together west of the state, but for us, Saturday looks very warm and dry, highs well up in the 80s. And again, you might mention just the chance of a few scattered afternoon storms, much like Friday. We'll probably stick that in the forecast. And then Sunday, a deep surface low is west of Chicago with thunderstorms coming in here. This run a little faster, suggesting we'll have the chance of storms Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, Sunday night. This is Sunday night just after midnight. This is kind of suggesting the main window for the heavier storms noon to midnight Sunday. And obviously, with a setup like this could be a situation where storms could be strong to severe. We won't even think about getting specific until after we get past Thursday. But just be aware that the end of the weekend, Sunday night, looking pretty stormy. Monday of next week, everything's out of here. Turn noticeably cooler. The high around 70. And looks like the sky should become mostly sunny Monday, if this verifies. And then a week from today, one trough lifting up into eastern Canada, a new one digging down in the western states, and down below that, a dry day, sunny, a cool morning, comfortable afternoon. We could see upper 40s again, if this verifies. This is the end of the forecast period, Thursday of next week. Trough digging down into Texas, big surface low forms, and that could bring strong to severe storms maybe out there toward the end of next week. So a very active pattern setting up here. Check the numbers. You can see the warmth with a lot of 80s on the board through Sunday, but next week, highs dropping mostly in the 70s and lows mostly in the 50s. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.